We spoke to one of the producers of the brand new Prime Video action thriller G20. Check out our conversation with Andrew Lazar. I was watching G20 and I realized that it's supposed to be this fun, action packed time at the movies, but I'm going to bother you with something a little more existential. It reminded me a lot of the action movies I grew up watching, the kind where America was always this force for good in the world. But with everything that's going on at the moment, I was wondering where you think a movie like G20 figures into everything.
I think I think it figures in the fact that G20 brings all the world leaders together, and the movie is supposed to be the theme of the movie. I mean, the micro theme of the movie is a mother and a daughter coming together, and the larger theme that ripples out from that. And I will say, like a mama bear protects her children and saves the world in doing so. But I think across all the world, people want to have more harmonious relations. And I think that bringing people together is a universal theme. And I believe that you want to aspire to be your best version of yourself. So hopefully this is really entertaining. And I feel like, it's wish fulfillment. I choose optimism over pessimism. And so I hope this movie gives people a little bit of optimism that, through circumstances, people can come together.
I was just going to say that actually.
I get the existential question, but I feel like, our job is like, we want to entertain people. And like, I love that we brought all these different cultures from around the world into this body, this group of people that meet every year. Coincidentally, the G20 summit is in Johannesburg this year. So it's just
that's right.
Coincidence. So the existential question is: we all should have optimism in our hearts, and love in our hearts to inspire to a better world.
No, I was just going to say, I like it when movies have that aspirational quality. I think a lot of the time we tend to be a little bit cynical when we view these things because the world makes us that way. But cinema is supposed to be fantasy, and that's great. There was a real throwback quality to your movie in that it felt, as a child of the 80s and 90s, it felt like the kind of action movies I grew up watching. And I was wondering if that was a conscious decision when you guys were making this.
100% intentional. We really, it was a real love letter to Die Hard, a love letter to Air Force One. And, there's a lot of, there's a woman named MJ Hagar who was shot down in Afghanistan, survived, actually saved some lives. And she ended up, females that were not allowed to be in combat in the military, in the US military until recently. And so I was consulting on a project regarding her. And then I realized, like, there's so many of these amazing people that believe in country, believe in family, wanted to, after their military, continue on their service work. And, and on both sides of the political party in America, there's a lot of females that served their country through the military. So that was kind of also a spine of it. Like, what if this woman, and then she grew to the highest office in our country. But again, doing this in a way, if it wasn't for that mother-daughter story, it would all feel hollow.
Right.
So, but what's nice is it's grounded in a lot of wonderful females that did serve their country, and told through the greatest actress of her generation, Viola Davis, who grounds the movie. I'm very proud of the movie because when you watch Air Force One or you watch Die Hard, they're even as big as they are, they're very believable. And I think we wanted to make something that was grounded, that wasn't so fanciful that you couldn't believe it, but it was also just fun. That was, a movie that people could enjoy. So the throwback quality was 100% intentional.
Fantastic. I'm all out of time, Andrew, but just very quickly before I go, you're absolutely right. I watched the trailer to this and I thought, oh, it's going to be a bit of silly fun. But Viola makes it completely believable. I was all in within 5 minutes. So congratulations.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Do you want an honest answer?
You can catch G20 on Prime Video April 10th. Let us know what you think once you've seen it. Sound off in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.